Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Make this season merry with Quartz Ready Cash. Get all you need with a cash loan of up to $20,000 and pay nothing for 90 days. That's right, you pay nothing until 2024. Plus, you can enter to win up to $20,000 in the Ready Cash Mega Money Roadshow. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Apply online at shopquartz.com or visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash store and make the season merry with Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, the Drug Abuse Resistance Education Day program will be returning to the nation's schools in January 2024. This is according to Assistant Commissioner of Police Trevor Bailey, who was at the time appearing as a guest on WEFM's Issue at Hand program. The return of the program will see police officers resume visits to schools in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, bringing awareness to the dangers of drug abuse to students. We hear more from ACP Bailey.
There has been a period of dormancy in that program, but I'm happy to report that commencing in January of 2024, the program will be back in the schools on a full-time basis.
Remind our listeners what the DARE program is all about.
It's the Drug Awareness and Resistance Program. That is where you see the little, well, at the time it used to be G23, a red vehicle, and it had the emblems there on the side, and the officers go to the school and they speak to the kids directly about the dangers of drug abuse and so forth.
That was Assistant Commissioner of Police Trevor Bailey speaking on WEFM's Issue at Hand program. ACP Bailey said one of the issues that had led to the suspension of the program was that of transportation, as there were issues with the iconic red vehicle used to transport officers taking part. DARE was founded in 1983 and has proven to be so successful that it has been implemented in thousands of schools throughout the United States and many other countries. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has been commended by former President of the Caribbean Court of Justice, Sir Dennis Byron, for his efforts in coordinating today's discussions between the leaders of Venezuela and Guyana. In a letter, Sir Byron states that Prime Minister Gonsalves' proactive approach in facilitating these discussions alongside Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva is a monumental step towards diffusing the long-standing tensions over disputed territories. Sir Byron says Dr. Gonsalves' strategic decision to host this significant dialogue today, December 14th, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is both a testament to his diplomatic acumen and dedication to regional stability. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, who is the head of the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States CELAC, brokered the talks between the two leaders. The talks are being hosted in an effort to settle tensions between both countries over Guyana's mineral-rich Essequibo region. Prime Minister Gonsalves, speaking on WEFM's Issue at Hand program on Sunday, said that an open conflict between the two countries would be horrendous and would set the region back immensely. Still on the local scene, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Port Authority, as well as the Customs Department, will commence extended hours for the Christmas season this Friday, December 15th. Acting Assistant Comptroller of Customs, Ms. Monifa Allen, provided the details of these extended operating hours during an appearance on WEFM's Activated Mornings program. She said these extended hours will run right up until the 23rd of December. We hear more from Ms. Allen.
On the 15th of December, extended hours start from 4 p.m. and they go until 6 p.m. The 16th of December, that's Saturday, from 1 p.m. So, customs close at 11, cash closes at 11, but we go from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So you have a full day on Saturday. On Wednesday, the 20th of December, extended hours from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. On Thursday, the 21st, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. On Friday, the 22nd, again from 4 to 6. And on Saturday, the 23rd of December, we're open from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. And that's your last opportunity to get in on the extended hours to clear your concessions, to clear your barrels. We know that you really want them get out of customs. So we're here to facilitate that with some additional hours for you.
That was Miss Monifa Allen of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Customs Department. Ms. Allen, during her appearance, also noted that point-of-sale machines have been installed at the Customs Department's various locations throughout St. Vincent. On to news in the region. Antigua and Barbuda and Cuba have pledged to deepen their relationship. The pledge was made during a meeting between Cuba's new ambassador to Antigua and Barbuda, Sergio Manuel Martinez Gonzalez, and Antigua's Prime Minister Gaston Brown. In a statement, the Office of the Prime Minister said Gonzalez pledged to do his best to improve the nearly 30-year relationship that the countries share. He also pledged to explore cultural exchanges. Prime Minister Brown said that his government stands in solidarity with Cuba and will continue to fight for the removal of the financial blockade placed on Cuba by the United States. Antigua's Prime Minister said he will continue to cooperate with Cuba on several international issues, including climate change. A 1-year-old boy had to receive treatment at the hospital for minor injuries after he was attacked by a dog while at daycare in Grand Bahama. According to the Royal Bahamas Police Force, at around 2:50 p.m. on Monday, officers were notified that a dog had entered a daycare facility in the Rich community, where a 1-year-old boy was bitten on his left foot and right leg. The child was taken to the hospital and treated for minor injuries, which were not life-threatening. Bahamian police have identified the owner of the dog, who is assisting the police with its investigation. All of the dogs have been removed from the owner's residence by the Animal Control Unit. Investigations continue into the matter. The police force in the Bahamas is advising all pet owners to take the necessary precautions to secure their animals to prevent such incidents from occurring. On the international scene, Israel's foreign minister has said it will continue the war in Gaza with or without international support. A ceasefire at this stage of the conflict would be a quote-unquote a gift to Hamas and allow it to return, Eli Cohen warned. Israel is facing mounting pressure over the number of Palestinian civilians killed by its military in Gaza and the worsening humanitarian crisis there. On Tuesday, the UN General Assembly overwhelmingly adopted a resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire. And in his strongest comments yet, US President Joe Biden said Israel was losing support worldwide because of its indiscriminate bombing of Gaza. According to the BBC, intense fighting continued in both the north and south of Gaza on Wednesday, while heavy rains worsened conditions for the hundreds of thousands of displaced people who are living in makeshift tents or out in the open. A senior UN aid official also warned that the Palestinian territory faced a public health disaster because of the collapse of its medical system and the spread of infectious diseases in overcrowded shelters. Finally, in sports, Russian President Vladimir Putin has accused the International Olympic Committee (IOC) of trying to bury the Olympic movement by imposing rules on Russian athletes for the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. Last week, the IOC said Russian and Belarusian athletes who qualify in their sport for the Paris Games can take part as neutrals without flags, emblems, or anthems. Russians and Belarusians had initially been banned from competing internationally following Russia's invasion of Ukraine last year, for which Belarus has been used as a staging ground. If they continue to act this way, they will bury the Olympic movement, Putin said on Thursday. While he promised to support Russians competing in Paris, he said his country should ponder whether it should compete if the event is designed to portray Russian sport as dying and not give a clear answer if Russian athletes should go to Paris. This has been WEFM'S Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WEFM's 3 p.m. news. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and you can find the season's best at Quartz. Get the best brands, best prices, and more. Save 25% on select items. Shop today with no cash and pay absolutely nothing until March 2024. Plus, stay protected for up to 4 years with Super Shield extended warranty. The season's best is at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Offer available until December 30th, 2023.